Right, I'm going to keep it basic. Hopefully it helps someone. If it doesn't, well, doesn't really matter, does it? All right, we'll get on to this thing. What you want to do, once you finish your ride, you pin your bike up wherever you pin it, is to make sure you've done a few things. One, take your chain off the top gear. Off the top one, put it on your lowest gear. Go up, put it on the lowest gear here. Not at the top, down here. It's pretty simple. So if you keep it nice and relaxed, and that's what you want it to do, just chill. So if you want to chill that, what you're also doing is making this thing nice and compressed, chilling this out. What's so important about this whole situation? One, chain, not under strain. And by the way, just to deviate, today I started with a creak somewhere. Saturday actually. So I started with the pedals, re-greased it, took it off, and then got distracted, went for this, pulled this off, and then I had a chain. I put a new chain on, but while I was doing that, I decided to do that. And then I washed my bike, and it was 2 o'clock. Then I decided to go do some work. Anyway, this is as good as it gets because I don't clean my bike too often. So back to this, we're trying to ensure that this lasts. So what am I talking about? What's so important about this derailleur? Low gear here. So I'll put the torch to this old thing and let's see if I can focus in on the area that we're looking at. So down here somewhere, there. Can you see that spring there? See the spring? Fully stretched. Why is it stretched? I've left this on the high gear. This is clean for me. You should have seen that other bike. It's black. It was black. Anyway, high gear, high stress. So once you finish your ride, to the lowest there, and the lowest there. It's not too hard, just low, low. And what you do, back to this, is you compress. It squeezes together and relaxes. So you want to relax your little spring. If you relax that spring, because most of the time that spring is stretched because you're not riding the bike. So when you're not riding the bike, which is most of the time, you want it down here, nice and compressed, because you're not stretching it. So the memory, etc., strain, and it makes your derailleur last a lot longer. Simple thing. Get home, low gear. I was going to do a windsurfing video. I'll do one in the next, whenever I feel like it. But this is pretty important. Very, very basic. And I thought while I'm here, I'll show you a couple of other things. I've pre-prepared this. I don't know. That's still tools from my pedals. Yeah, I ran out of time. Anyway, I pre-prepared this. This is old rims. I just want to show you something when you're pumping up your tyres. And usually I don't, I spoil myself, I don't really repair tubes and all that, but I'll carry a super patch. And look what happens to your tyre when you put a super patch. Well, I did it rough and ready just for this video, but you don't want to, that's why I don't repair them, because they go lumpy and I can feel it when I'm riding. But anyway, spoiling. When you're pumping your tyres, what you'll find is you either need to use a little screw thingamajig, which I'd never use, I chuck out, the little twirly thing that you put here, nut that comes with the tyre. Well, what you don't want to do, when you're pulling this bit, pulling it out, you don't want to start pulling on it. See here? Because that will create a cut and a weakness right there. So what you want to do, oh shit. All right, what you want to do when you're taking your pump off is you want to put a couple of your fingers up here and then you pull down when you release it with your other hand. So keep like a little clamp thing and then pull down, because you don't want to keep pulling on it, because I used to get punches because it was wearing through this whole bit. See there? It's a piece of metal and that tyre doesn't want to go down there. And what it does, you're stretching that little bit and creating an area of weakness. All right, that's a simple tip for you. And one last thing. Is this going to hold? Does it hold? Yeah, cool. One take. All right, I'll do a shoe repair at some. Shoe repair, shoe assessment. Got a few. Even tried that bold crap. But anyway, what you don't want to do is have your rim go too far. So this is an old Cerium or whatever. I'll keep it for an example. I was having some solar panels put in. I was washing my bike while these guys were putting in the solar panels. This was a few years back, and I heard a massive bang, and I asked the electrician, man, what did you just blow up in my circuit board? And they said, no, it's come from you. So as I was washing my bike, just making up some time, look what happens. When your rim becomes very weak, I wasn't riding it. It was just sitting in the lawn after I'd washed it. So that could have been me coming down a hill. So that gets to a point where your rim breaks. Look at that. It was just sitting there on the lawn. Wow. I don't want to be going 60, 80 Ks down a hill or whatever it is. So don't let your rims wear too much. Silly things can happen. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, rough and dirty. Oh, and I'm still running those Pirellis, by the way. So much so, somewhere here, I've got like extra, like if you go, can I go here? It's my spare Pirellis. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. They're still doing what they are meant to be doing. I hardly ever ride this bike, but I think I'm going to go back racing this year in a federation. I'm going to do the vets, then I'm going to do the federation. I think I'll start in B grade again, but whatever. I'll just do it for fun. But I must say, these Contis, I'm sure the new Contis of 5,000 or whatever are just as good. These things are actually better than the Pirellis in the first week or two. There's some silicon stuff happening here, and when it really grips onto the road, I must admit that. But it's only week 1 and 2 that this exceeds the Pirellis. But in terms of long term, these things are, it's just 5 to 8% better. Oh, let's just round out the traditional 10%. Pirelli, yeah, I'm still going with these Velo, whatever they are, four season Velo. They're great. So stick with these for now until somebody proves me wrong. But that's the reason of this video. Just low gear. Then the next thing I'm going to do a windsurfing sail video, whatever it's called. And then I'm going to do a shoe assessment. It's an Australian company, Italian company, Japanese company, and really old shoes. But yep, I tried the Shimano's again, the new Shimano, whatever they were, but I ended up with that one. And I'll explain why. Have a good day.